a cantar esta canción con mucho cariño de mi corazón.
Hello, ladies and gents, and welcome to the show. I am the Whitest Mexican, as well as your host, Cody Garcia. Now, on today's episode, we're going to talk about the beginning. And what I mean by the beginning is the makings of this podcast, the ideas behind it, what inspired me to start a podcast. So, in order to help me with that, I have a very special guest. You may know her as Jessie Retro, as she likes to be called, Jessie Lee.
What?
In some circles.
Very small circles.
Yes.
Nobody
but in my circle...
except for my mom and
in my circle,
aunt.
she's just the wife.
The wife, yep.
Yeah.
The old ball and chain, the old lady.
So here to help me out on this very special first episode of The Whitest Mexican is my guest, Jessica Garcia.
Woo! What's up, guys? It's me, Jessie, the wife, old ball and chain, all that good stuff. So, here to support the man.
That's right.
Talk about some shit.
That's
so let's go.
Right. So thank you for helping me out on this one.
Of course.
This is a new endeavor of mine.
It's exciting.
It is.
It's weird, but exciting.
Once you get the ball rolling, you know, it's easier to get into it. You know, like initially it's like, oh crap, I need this, I need that, I need this kind of equipment. Mm-hmm. You know, I need to put this amount of time into it to make it sound decent. You know,
yeah,
crap like that. But once you get the ball rolling, it's like it's just a matter of pressing record and speaking your mind. So.
Personally, I'm kind of glad to be the behind-the-scenes person for once, because I'm usually the creator and the one in front of the camera and the editor and the producer and all this shit. And so now I can just be like, you get on top, honey. You do what you like.
Oh yeah.
If nobody got that reference, then I sound really perverted, but I'm okay with that.
People out there who are listening to this should be used to her hijinks by now.
Yeah, or at least get some type of idea of the weirdo that I am.
Right. So, to kind of explain the reasons why and all that, the details, you know. When I first thought about this podcast, I didn't have any clue what it entailed, you know, the time you have to put into it, the stuff that's required, you know, equipment, all that.
The effort,
obviously.
The knowledge, everything.
Yeah, I came into it kind of naive about it all, but seeing what it's really like now, you know, like watching other podcasts, listening to other podcasts, it's a lot of work. A lot of post-production that goes into it, you know, a lot of editing. Probably more editing than, you know, video blogs or vlogs.
I think I knew what you were getting yourself into, because I've been doing social media work for years and years, so I knew that it wasn't going to just be a matter of, hey, let's go buy some shit and, like, sit there. Like, no, I know that it takes a lot more. There's scheduling, there's actual software, there's editing, there's freaking everything, getting everybody on the same page. I knew that it was going to be work, but I was okay with you being naive and optimistic about it, because that means that there's a fire under your ass for it, and I would do the hard work behind it that you didn't know was coming.
Seeing
By
the
way,
boy,
that's not a demon coming through the room, it's the AC.
The AC has just turned on,
because it sounded pretty
so get used to that,
bassy.
So it's kind of like watching the young man learn how to walk before he can run, you know.
I'm excited for you.
Thank you.
Yeah,
it's gonna be fun.
I think it's gonna be pretty fucking entertaining when you have the other guys across the table from you.
Yeah, I
think
so.
Your other guests.
I think it'll be an afterthought where it'll just be record, and then we can just talk about whatever and not even think twice about, we're being recorded. You know. But as I was saying earlier, starting with the title, because that was the hardest part, was figuring out what to call it, because obviously you have to do your research. If you're naming your own podcast, you can't just pick whatever name you want, because someone else probably already has that name, and you don't want to be stepping on anyone's toes in any realm, especially, podcasts, because people are very hardcore about, their individual podcasts and the people that listen to them.
Yeah, because like we said before, there's a lot of work that goes into it. So if somebody just shows up with your same name and takes your audience away from you because they might think, oh, I'm listening to this person, when they're not.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Gotta make sure that's not a scenario.
Yeah. So coming up with the title, The Whitest Mexican, I just broke my personality down into its most basic form. That's how I feel. That best describes me in terms of personality-wise, my upbringing. Obviously, you probably can't tell there's any kind of Hispanic heritage.
Just by listening to
just
you?
by hearing my voice, you can't. There's not probably an ounce of, Hispanic in my voice at all. No accent or anything. So hence the white part of me, And obviously my upbringing wasn't the most traditional upbringing, but I grew up in a Mexican, neighborhood, and most of my friends were Mexicans. They all spoke Spanish, fluently. Sons of bitches never taught me how to speak the language. That would have helped me greatly, especially if I was
just talking shit on you.
Living in an area of town where everyone speaks Spanish, at least. Like there's very few people who don't speak it. In Fresno, California. So. Would have definitely opened a few more doors, down the line for me in the future.
Wouldn't have looked so, stupid when everybody's talking Spanish and you're just like, they're like, check out this dumbass. Like, we're all talking shit.
The worst part about growing up in that environment was going to the Mexican, birthday parties and, regular parties where obviously everyone spoke Spanish, and the only ones who spoke English were my friends. So you best believe I'm at their hip the entire night, just
God help
praying
you if you're near the grandma.
That I'm not in a situation where they're talking to me. I'm like, I'm with Marcos.
Marcos, help!
Oh, Marcos. Blah, 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 blah. I'm like, yeah, Marcos. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. Yeah.
See, I get it. Well, I mean, sort of. I look Hispanic, and everybody tries to speak Spanish to me, but I'm not Hispanic at all. And growing up, pretty much all my friends were Hispanic, except there was this one white guy that we're all friends with, but he spoke can't speak. He spoke better Spanish than some of her family members. That was my best friend Maria growing up.
Yeah.
And so he was over there just fucking schooling people on Spanish, and I was kind of the one that looked Hispanic and didn't know what the hell was going on.
Yeah.
And now my last name is Garcia, so even more people are gonna think that I should speak Spanish, and I don't. So thanks,
At
babe.
this point, once you reach a certain age, I mean, if you haven't learned it by now, it's highly unlikely you're going to learn it. I'm not saying it's never going to happen. I'm just saying it's highly unlikely.
My mom...
It's not impossible,
my
but
mom,
just statistically wise.
My mom, when she was dating her now ex-fiance, but they were together for 9 years, and he was from Guadalajara, and so he yeah. She would do things like put Post-it notes on things,
of words.
Yeah, of words in Spanish.
Jeez.
Trying
to learn.
It didn't help at all.
No, it's not the same.
All I thought was how fucking embarrassing when my friends come over to the house and see little Post-it notes on the lamp and on the mirrors.
You had the opposite upbringing. You were around as many white people as you could freaking count.
Well, yeah, but at the same... Well, okay, where I grew up was Buena Park area, so it was the suburbs, and so there was a lot more Asians and
Orange
white
County.
people. Yeah.
The suburbs of Orange County.
Yeah, so It was a lot more Asians and white people than it was Hispanics. But don't get me wrong, there were a lot of Hispanics. I don't know. I think I know how to say hello in Korean, but I don't know. They might have been teaching me some curse words.
Yeah, in Fresno, you're either Mexican, Mon, or black. If you're white, you are either someone who is excommunicated from the next town over, which is Clovis,
yeah,
or I don't know what.
Or you're married to a Mexican.
Or you're married
like
to a Mexican. There you go.
The whitest Mexican.
The whitest Mexican of all.
And here we are.
And this is it. Yeah. Good segue.
Yeah,
Very nice.
Thank you.
So, what the show is going to be about. The funny part about being the whitest Mexican, you have very different perspectives than one or the other.
Mm-hmm.
Say I was totally 100% white.
Like
I would
me?
probably never understand what a Mexican person, kind of how they process things, right?
Yeah.
So I got the best of both worlds, where I grew up in a Mexican neighborhood. I, lived in that culture.
Mm-hmm.
So if I was at a friend's house and their family was gracious enough to invite me over for like lunch or dinner,
Mm-hmm.
You see what a family's all about in a Mexican household when it comes to food. And all those George Lopez jokes about, food, and if you're like using a tortilla to wipe the skillet clean from refried beans to make another burrito, then you got to be Mexican. And at the same time, though, if you're white, you can fit in with pretty much anyone else,
Mm-hmm. I was just an imposter Mexican, and now I'm even more so.
Yeah, I was very good at blending into whatever environment I was in. I blended in very good. I was like a chameleon in high school, like I could mix.
If only you spoke Spanish.
I could mix with any group in my high school. Like I had jock friends, I had cheerleader friends, like popular people friends. The freaking skater BMX, contingent was also, cool with me. Mm-hmm. The nerds, obviously.
Well, yeah, you fit in with them.
I fit in with the nerds, like freaking
perfect.
Yeah. Perfect match. And then everyone else, like the arts and crafts, acting, kind of people, artsy people, and then the ghetto like gangster wannabe people, like fit in with them too if I wanted to. Like I had friends from every walk of life in high school, so it served me well because
you weren't too, I don't know,
isolated from the world, too
deep in one specific culture. You kind of
I branched out. I branched out because I don't know, I just thought it was fun that way. I just thought it was cool to be able to hang out with so many different kinds of people. With those perspectives in mind, being the whitest Mexican that I claim to be, this gives me an opportunity to talk about the things that I want to talk about for as long as I want to, and give you my unique perspective on the world. Music, politics, sports, celebrity, gossip even, which I'm not really a fan of, but I always have an opinion on something.
And it's very straightforward. You don't really BS about that kind of stuff. You're kind of just like, nope, you're stupid. Fucking stop it.
Yeah. That's who I usually end up being when it comes to my opinions on the world. But yeah, that's pretty much what you can expect. Is pretty straightforward, from the heart, kind of opinion. But the other aspect of it that I am looking forward to is having a good time in the near future.
Because you're going to be introducing your audience to people that you care about.
This is correct.
Ow,
you are correct, and that's a good guess. Yes.
Yeah.
You got me there. A couple of important people in my life will be guests on this show. Obviously, the first one is the most important.
Yay.
That's my wife, right? So that's good.
Your better half.
Right. The next one...
Best half. The better half.
Okay, that's enough.
Okay, I'm sorry.
You're going way too far.
I'll shut up.
Way too far, lady.
Alright, go.
But yeah, so you're the first one.
Mm-hmm.
Then, again...
I was just the first available. Sorry.
You were. You were totally available.
Oh.
Totally wide open.
Oh, okay. Moving on, sir.
I'm trying.
Yeah.
You
Go.
won't let me talk.
Go.
The next guest, time and scheduling permitted, will be our good old pal, I consider him my best friend. He has been a very big part of our lives in the past couple of years. Obviously, he was our officiant in our wedding. Our good old friend Toke.
Our girlfriend.
Good old friend Toke.
There you go. Okay.
Good old friend.
I really genuinely thought you said
Toke.
Girlfriend Toke.
Our girlfriend Toke is coming over.
Our side piece.
We're going to have a good time with him.
Gonna have a good old time with that side piece.
Well, that's right.
Yikes.
But, yeah, I think he will bring a lot to the table in terms of everything that we're planning on doing with this show. Again, we're going to be talking about a lot of different things, but at the same time, trying to have a good time. That's always the main part of my my goal here, is to have a good time and then talk about whatever. He's going to be a part of this. Again, time and scheduling permitted, because he's currently moving out of town with his girlfriend to Santa Cruz, I believe. I believe he's taking a job somewhere in the Bay Area. So that's why he kind of wanted to move, so he could be closer to there without having the commute. He's going to be way the fuck over there in Santa Cruz. I can't actually have a fucking podcast with him whenever I want now.
You can have him on FaceTime. Record it.
I don't know if that's going to work, because FaceTime is very laggy. I don't really like FaceTime. I thought it was going to be more like fluid and less, breaks in technology, but whatever. The next guest that I have lined up is my older brother, Sky. He is very similar to me in that he also grew up in the
Whitest Mexican.
You could say that. He grew up in the same neighborhood I did, basically, during his childhood. Went to the same high school I did, so he knows exactly what I'm talking about when it comes to different, kinds of people and shit like that. And he's a man of many parts, very talented. He's a drummer part-time. He works in the healthcare field. We work in the same company.
He's an events coordinator too.
Yes, he knows. He knows how to get shit done. That man is a fucking machine when it comes to handling business.
As far as personality goes, you guys are pretty much unofficial twins.
We could be duplicates of each other. I'm not sure. We're just at different stages of our lives, so it's like watching
your future.
The future, basically. You're looking at your future self when you're looking at him. And he's already almost 40 years old, so he's like 10 years my senior. He's like ageless. That's the other thing.
He's got a baby face.
He looks like he's like 25, 26. He looks younger than me sometimes.
Yeah, people, like, when we had our engagement dinner, my mom and my cousin were like, so Cody's the younger brother? Are you sure? Like,
Cody's looks pretty beat up.
Yeah, Cody looks pretty rough, man.
He looks pretty jacked up, man.
Are you
like
sure?
He's doing drugs
Sky's
or something,
the older
man.
One? And they're like, Sky looks good. What the hell's wrong with Cody?
Yeah, and to them I said, kiss my ass. Don't ever come to my shindigs ever again.
You may be a bridesmaid.
What?
No, because it was those people that were making those comments.
Crying out loud.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I have them committed to this podcast to add some content to what we're trying to put out there. As far as additional guests, that's kind of like to be determined. We don't have
playing it by ear.
Yeah, we don't have too many people lined up, but anyone who's willing to come onto this show will most likely be here for a casual, no hassle, kind of carefree kind of attitude. That's what we're here for. It's not like a hardball freaking interview where I'm like grilling somebody for an hour.
Yeah, just have a few drinks, shoot the shit, and talk about some things.
Yeah. So that's pretty much
what you can expect.
Yeah, I want to get as much people involved as I can. It's gonna be fun, being able to talk about anything, like joke around, shit that we do when we hang out on the weekends with our friends, and the shit we talk about is so fucking like random and funny you wish you had a microphone to record half the shit that's said, because it's like, man, this is some pretty funny shit. This is pretty fucking entertaining.
And it's so different from vlogging, too. Because with vlogging, you have, like, this, well, at least for me, this sense of, like, almost insecurity about it. Because you're like, I'm really enjoying this. This is really fun. I want to film this because it would be great for the vlog. But I don't want to be that asshole who sticks a camera in your face while you're having a good time, you know?
Yeah. A microphone is way easier to deal with than a camera.
And when you're going into this, you kind of let your guard down a little bit. Because people get so nervous with a camera on them. Yeah. But they tend to forget, or they think that it's kind of cool to just record their voice and just talk. Yeah. Because, I mean, like I said, people get insecure about how they look sometimes. And so they're like, oh, I don't want to be on camera. But they're like, hey, I sound pretty good.
They might feel like they have a face for radio. So maybe. Which is perfect. I mean, I know I said that I'm not going to be grilling people too much about,
Dude, you could bring Nicole on this. I don't know if you'll get a word in, but
I would. That would be perfect, because she would do all the talking and I would just ask the questions. That would be one of those things where I'm like, so where do you stand
on blah blah blah?
On blah blah blah.
She'd be like, well,
yeah,
blah blah blah.
She'll let you know. She will let you know. Yeah, I'm really excited about this, because I'm still getting into the
groove.
Yeah, getting into the groove, the swing of things when it comes to vlogging. Some of the shit that I vlog, I feel like, man, I'm not really bringing it the way I feel like I should, but it's not.
Because there's a whole different energy that you
Yeah, it really vlogging. Is a different kind of energy. And more times than not, the times that I film are like, I don't know, like my energy's like really low for some reason.
You're all pooped out.
Like for those of you who watch the retro vlogs, you'll notice I'm not like bouncing around, happy-go-lucky.
I think
I'm very like kind of laid back, maybe subdued by the day's events. I don't know, but you can tell that
especially
it's like, so, man, gonna get some dinner later.
Oh God, could you stop with the breathing? But I think what also kind of highlights that is when it just came from a clip of me being like, so I just went to Ulta and I was kind of shit and I was fucking pissed off, and just like me rambling or like doing something and me having that like high energy, and then you're a lot more relaxed. So to go from me being a spaz to you being really relaxed, people are like, oh, he's fucking boring.
Yeah, I saw that comment. I saw that comment and I didn't even like think twice about it, because
bat an eye.
Yeah, it wasn't like, oh well, fuck you too or something. But it was more like, I get it. Yeah. I know who I am. I know who I'm not. Yeah. And what I'm not is a fucking
spaz like me.
A spaz, eccentric personality. You know.
I feel like that's why we balance each other out, though. Is because you calm me down and I like pull you out of your box.
I suppose. Or
like
shell.
Said earlier. Yeah, I'd rip those training wheels off and just kind of throw you down the street, you know?
Down the hill.
Yep.
Yeah.
No helmet, shoulder pads, nothing.
Not even a helmet to protect my skull.
Your skull.
Dead. Just dead. I will also be probably having like some rant podcast episodes of just me by myself. If the mood strikes me where I have to talk about something and I need to get off my chest, and vlogging is probably not
the best outlet, just
not the best outlet because
I have to edit so much out.
Right. Then I can just get the mic set up, press record, and just start getting a little venting going on.
Which is kind of why we suggested or thought to start this for him. Because I was kind of sitting there with 20 minutes of him talking, but I'm editing a week's worth of footage. And I'm just like, I don't want to be that asshole that takes out all of this stuff that he has to say.
Yes, this podcast essentially is my pressure valve.
Yeah.
You relieve the pressure.
Yeah. Oh my god.
That's the pressure.
That's gonna be really interesting when they don't see what you just did.
Inflate a balloon or something like that, or
Yeah.
let the air out of the balloon a little bit.
Okay. Oh my god. But yeah, I think this is gonna be a good thing for you, and I don't know. I kind of find it exciting because I don't know if you're going to be doing a lot of the editing, but I like editing. So
I will try and get more into the process because
I'm cool with being the producer.
Yeah, I mean
and you be the talent.
Just looking at this system we're using, GarageBand, it looks way more simplified, way more easier than Audacity. For the PC, so that I might not be able to like fully set it up and edit and all that stuff and have it ready to post, but I can at least
you can do a little test, just
do the basics. Do the basics. Now that we've gotten the intro out of the way, I guess the other thing that we can talk about is future ideas, future topics. I would like to think that the audience listening to this will have some suggestions for me, because I'm not some kind of idea machine here.
Oh my god, really? Cheesy.
But I welcome the any criticisms, any ideas, any suggestions.
Yeah, and you can
topics.
Give him all of that information in the comments below on this video.
Right.
Or on Twitter, which his links and all that stuff will be down below. You'll get used to plugging your social media.
That's another that's a good topic right there. It's just talking about social media, because
anti that for so long, and now
I'm not fully immersed.
No,
I'm still.
You're trying to.
I have like my toes in the water at this point, but that's it.
I'm kind of shoving him in the deep end.
You're trying to. It's not easy.
No, it's not. Because like when we first started dating, I was like, "Hey, so would you film a boyfriend tag with me?" Which was like the most painfully awkward video ever. And I was just like awkwardly laughing, and you were getting mad because you're like, "I don't know what you want from me."
Yeah, I'm like, what the hell are you doing? I don't know what this is. Who are these people? What is this?
But yeah, I was kind of like forcing you into it because I had already had my YouTube channel and was trying to build it and all this stuff. And then when we got engaged, I just got so overwhelmed with wedding planning and keeping up my channel that I started vlogging. And then you were trying to dodge the camera every time I had it out. And so I was just like, oh, God, I need help. So once we got married, we kind of had that discussion where I was like, hey, can you just do me a solid and just do a couples vlog with me? Like, just fucking go 100%. Let's do this. And so that day we went and bought you a camera, got you ready. And so
that took over 2 years.
Yeah.
That took over 2 years for me to actually be like, I want to start filming myself.
Yeah.
So let's get me a camera.
Yeah.
So that we can
took 2 years. Yeah.
Two aspects of your vlogging going on.
Yeah, it took 2 years for you to get to that point, and now we're at that point, and we're just like a couple months or so into it. And so even in that aspect, you're a newbie in that. You don't really know what's going on.
Yeah.
And you're trying to get used to that. And now we're doing a podcast because we're kind of, well, at least in my...
You guys have been very, very gracious, and you haven't, given me too much grief about my, lack of skills.
Yeah, you're very welcoming.
So thank you guys for that. I appreciate that. I know social media gets a bad rap for people
just being a bunch of trolls,
trolling and crap like that. So thank you guys for not coming at me with the attacks. That helps. I'm trying to build some confidence here to be able to continue. And if someone were to come along, my fragile ego would be destroyed.
Yeah.
But I'm still gonna give it the best shot I have, and see where it goes.
Yeah.
You know, see what this becomes, down the line.
Want to hear something? Speaking about trolls and everything.
Trolls.
Yeah.
What about them?
Yesterday, I got a comment on one of my videos saying I should do a topless video.
That's what?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
No, because it was yesterday.
Was that on Jesse Retro?
Yeah.
Oh well, then yeah. I wouldn't see it.
Yeah, but I was kind of just like, really, dude?
What the fuck?
Yeah, let me just do that.
You should do a topless video. Like, I'm hearing it in my head. I'm like, what does this person look like when they're typing that question?
A perv.
Like some
creepy
freaking
dude.
Literally a troll.
Yeah.
Who breathes through his mouth.
Nose.
Yeah, that's how he breathes. Ugh.
Like the guy who stands behind Olga in Hey Arnold. Anyways, I just thought that was funny.
Stupidest freaking. That's like, first of all, this is YouTube. Nobody does. You can't do that on YouTube. You can't do that.
Yeah.
So,
actually, you can. If it's a medical video and you have like people approve that they're 18 years or older, you can find some nudity. Yeah.
But
me, no, I would never.
Jesse Retro are not gonna put out a video topless vid. You're not gonna do that because it's gonna get banned immediately.
If I did anything like that, I'd be clickbait, and I am not really the one for clickbait. So,
but at the same time, yeah, you'd probably get banned, right? YouTube can ban people.
Maybe, I don't know. They might delete the video, but I don't know that they'd go as far as to ban me. But I don't know. YouTube's fucking crazy these days.
Well, to be that freaking, to have that kind of
tits out.
yeah, to have those tits out with no regard for the rules, just in the face of everything that YouTube stands for.
I'm just like, fuck my husband. Here's my tits, world.
Check them out.
Check them out. Gross.
Oh my god.
Wait, why am I saying gross about my own boobs?
I can't believe that person. I'm assuming it's just a dude. It's just a
I think it's hilarious though. It's like, wow, you are dumb. You are really dumb.
Man.
You are so dumb.
Like, she tells me about these random comments about her videos, and obviously I have a problem with that. But it's social media. There's not much you can do except report it and hope that they get dealt with. But other than that, it's social media.
I'm pretty sure if you were making your own videos, like you had your own separate channel, if you were making your own videos, you'd probably get girls being like, oh my god, why aren't you single? You're so hot. I want to have your babies. Your wife doesn't need to know.
Whoa, man. Whoa.
I don't know. You're a good-looking dude and you have good morals. I mean, there are some scandalous chicks.
There are some black widows in the world who want to see the world burn, even if it's destroying a happy marriage.
Yeah.
That's the reality of things.
I heard on, I don't remember what TV show it was, like years ago, they were saying that women are more attracted to men who are in relationships that are married because it shows that they are stable.
Somebody puts up with them.
And that they are desirable. But then I'm like,
that pisses me off even more.
But I'm like, if that person that is so stable and reliable and I don't know, in a committed relationship, if they're willing to leave that behind to be with somebody and cheat on their significant other, then why the fuck are they so desirable?
They're desirable, but that doesn't mean that they're going to leave.
Yeah.
Even if they know that, they're like, I'm flattered, but I'm a committed man here.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know if I'd be flattered. I'd be like,
you're a bitch. Swerve.
You're a psycho. Go find another psycho and don't mate. Don't produce any children.
Have you gotten hit on when you've gone out without me?
What? No, I
No?
never get hit on because I don't put myself in a position to get hit on.
Well, I'm just saying. Oh, okay. So every once in a while, when you go hang out with the boys and stuff, you go to the bar. So, I mean, I know that you're like in a group of guys, so it doesn't really leave you to get hit on by a girl because girls don't really do that. But,
see,
girls
girls don't really do that too often. It's more like the guy has to like talk to the girl, and then all of a sudden their friends are there, and then all of a sudden you got yourself a little group of people, and then all of a sudden now the chicks are like, he's cute, blah blah blah.
He's so
He
cute.
should come with us to your house later. You know, like one of those kind of deals. But that guy is getting involved. He's immersing himself in those...
he's allowing it to happen.
Right. Whereas I would be like a brick fucking wall if somebody's like...
Step out!
You know, like somebody's like...
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, just ask me for like the most random thing. Like, can you pass those napkins? Or can you like move your chair in a little? I'd be like...
Is anybody using this chair?
Yeah, something like that. I'm like... No.
Go. Take it.
And that
Leave.
was their lame attempt at trying to start a conversation where they could be like talking to me for anything. I don't even allow them that.
Yeah.
I'm like, you're not even gonna get your foot in the fucking door with me.
Yeah.
I just came here to have a beer and go home. That's literally what I try to do if I'm not, you know, out and about with you. If I'm like hanging out with Toke, going to the bar, have a couple beers. That's literally what my intentions are. Have a couple beers.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyways.
Yeah, I don't know. I kind of find it, because I trust you. I know that you won't do anything that if some chick hit on you, I'd be kind of, I don't know, like it was a compliment to me because I'm just like, yeah, I know my husband's hot. What of it?
I know. I fucking know
You
it.
Jealous?
You
jelly? Are you jelly? Are you PB&J, huh? What is you?
Oh my god, it's been so long since I had a PB&J.
I haven't had dinner yet. I'm pretty hungry.
Oh my god.
8:30. Could you stop making
You
your
don't get
sexy
it.
voices on here?
You don't get it, girl. This past month has been like a roller coaster for me. Like, even though, like, I'm gonna be real with you guys, I've had a few cheat days, like say on a weekend after a night of drinking, which is technically a cheat in of itself. I compound on that by having a little bit of fast food. It's not like greasy cheeseburger or something like that. It's more like a
Del Taco salad.
Yeah, like a Del Taco salad, a 8-layer veggie burrito. You know, try and do like some kind of healthy alternative, even though it is fast food. You know, but either way, a couple of those cheat days, it's almost like you're starting over again because you have to like get back into the mode of eating healthy the way you intended to. You know, like that's basically what I'm dealing with. I'm intending to eat healthy, but at the same time, I'm trying to balance the reality of my situation. Well, sometimes if there's not a meal readily available,
if the wife's still working and she can't cook you dinner, basically.
Well, either that or I'm at work and I didn't pack a lunch.
Yeah.
Not sure if any of you know, but I've been attempting to try the keto diet. I haven't fully immersed myself in that diet yet. I've just been, I would say, maybe 85 to 90% committed to it, with the 10% being I still have toast, I still eat oatmeal, and the occasional fast food. That's like the 10%. But everything else is like protein, avoiding sugars, avoiding carbs as much as I can, you know, stuff like that. But it's still pretty tough because, again, a PB&J sandwich sounds so fucking good right now. But I know exactly what's in a PB&J sandwich. Like, I can break it down to like how many carbs, how many freaking calories, how much grams of freaking sodium, like all that shit. I'm like, fuck, but it would be so money right now.
The glass of almond milk. Fuck.
Oh, fuck. But that's okay because it's almost the end of the month for me.
Ooh.
As we record this, I'm almost there. Like, I have literally another 7 days left. So end of May is the end of my May 15-pound weight loss challenge. And it's getting close to crunch time. So now is not the time
for a PB&J.
For a fucking PB&J. Now is the time to fucking run through that finish line. You don't walk to the finish line. You fucking run.
But not only that...
Run through it, baby.
AC's back on. Sorry, guys. But the end of the month is when we're going down to Orange County
the biggest challenge of this month, and I knew it when I marked May 1st. When I circled May 1st and said start diet for May 15-pound weight loss challenge, I immediately went to the end of the month and marked that weekend, that final weekend, as the ultimate challenge. Sunday is
my nephew's
first birthday in SoCal. That's where they're gonna do it with the her family and relatives.
So there's gonna be a party.
Yeah, there's gonna be some
sandwiches. All that shit.
Which is okay because when it comes to like sweets, when it comes to like sugar, cookies, junk food, shit like that, I've been pretty damn good. I'm not tempted by that. Like, if you...
It's the savory shit.
If you show me a fucking banana, an apple, and a fucking, I don't know...
What other fruit do you eat?
Some carrots with some ranch or something, right? Show me that, and then show me, like, potato chips, chocolate chip cookies, and fucking, Neapolitan ice cream. 9 times out of 10... I'm going for the banana, the fucking, the healthy vegetables and stuff.
See, I'd be like, I want potato salad.
See, and potato salad is one of my, like, go-tos for, like, barbecues. Like, I get whatever meat they're cooking. If it's a burger, a hot dog, a steak, tri-tip or whatever, get that. Get a side of potato fucking salad. And then some chips and maybe some refried like pinto beans or whatever,
Barbecue beans.
Barbecue beans, yeah. And I'm fucking golden. But now, who knows? Who fucking knows what they're fucking cooking up?
Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of a mixture.
I'm gonna be eating sandwiches. If they got sandwiches, I gotta not eat the bread.
But here, I don't think that day is going to be as much of a challenge as when we're going to go to a dine-in theater, which is like one of those fucking fancy movie theaters.
Fancy schmancy theaters.
You go into a recliner and then they fucking serve you food and alcohol while you're watching X-Men, which I'm not going to lie. That's kind of going to be the highlight of the weekend. Listen, I love my nephew, but...
We've been to too many first year birthday parties and we already know what they're like.
We know what the drill is.
We know the drill.
Love him, and it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm just really looking forward to you and I having a moment to just fucking kick back and just treat ourselves.
That's right.
That's what I'm looking forward to.
Yes, absolutely.
And the fact that it's going to be the new X-Men. Oh my god.
That's what we're watching?
Yeah, it comes out on the 27th. That's when we're going down there.
Okay. I was like hella down to see freaking Civil War again.
Yeah, if it doesn't work out with X-Men, then for sure we'll go see that again.
I can swing it either way because I loved Civil War. I loved it very much. It's gonna be one of my go-to films when it comes out. Like right up there with Episode 7.
I feel like Cap is a lot more honest.
Oh yeah.
Than I just mean like the storyline and what they talk about is a lot more close to home than a lot of people realize.
I know. There's a lot of shit going on right now where Captain America would be like very
if he were real, we need him.
We need him now. We need a real life Captain America to help us.
We need a hero.
Yeah, we need a fucking hero. Oh yeah.
All right.
I think we've
talked about enough for today.
Yeah, we've said plenty for what we're trying to accomplish here.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we
talked your ear off long enough.
We did. We really did. This is probably not going to be as long as what we're looking at right now.
So we're looking at just about an hour of footage or whatever we
might be able to break it down to like 40-something minutes or whatever.
You guys will know. You'll see it.
Either way, the other part about podcasts that I love so much, and that's why I want to make one, is because podcasts, obviously you don't have the visual part to look at, so you can put it on and go on about your day. Yeah. You can like listen to it while you're at work, while you're cleaning the house, while you're making food.
For me,
doing laundry.
Do that shit when I'm putting on my makeup and doing my hair before work.
Getting ready for work, you know, all that, you know, while you're in the shower.
I was gonna say, go dropping a deuce, you know.
Dropping a deuce. You can listen to my show while you know.
The soothing sounds of the Whitest Mexican.
That's right. That's right. That's what I want to do. I want to be able to like give you the background music to your lives. One thing you'll find out, and when I talk to my brother Sky, I will bring that up to him about the music, because music in my family, the Garcia family, is as strong as, dare say, the Force is as strong in the Skywalker family. Like, that's how strong it is. Like,
jeez,
very talented oriented. I mean, he's a fucking drumming phenom. His daughter, she's freaking gonna surpass him in a few years, talent wise.
She's 13.
Yeah, that's right. And my dad was a freaking amazing guitar player before he passed all those years ago. And me, I mean, I never really dedicated.
In it.
Yeah, I wasn't able to dedicate my time to music when I was a kid. Like, my brother was given a drum set when he was like 3 or 4 years old. Like, he was playing with drums ever since he could freaking open his eyes. Me, on the other hand, I didn't have those opportunities, but I still have, you know, a passion for music. I love, you know, classic rock. I love the legends, you know, of rock and roll. And I've been slowly but surely expanding my horizons to different genres. I listen to literally a little bit of everything, but always rock. Rock's been the biggest part of my like music collection.
But you guys will probably find out more about
that's again, that's on a future episode.
You and Sky get to talking.
Right.
Garcia
so
brothers.
If you call this a preview for the next episode, then when and if I interview Sky, that's basically a good starting point for us to talk. With that, I think we will conclude this episode, the first episode of the Whitest Mexican.
Woo!
I want to thank our guest here, my wife here, you know, for coming on board and helping me out with this, because I probably wouldn't be able to get as much out of it in the amount of time we put into this as I would want to on my own. So having someone to like bounce, you know, things off of, you know, while we're recording, that's always a plus.
I'm glad I could help you out.
We got one in the book. We got one.
Yep.
Number one. You'll never forget your first, right?
Oh my god. I hope not.
Yeah. And then another thing, to close each episode, I want to be able to have some kind of quote or inspirational quote to kind of put a little bookend on the episode. So the first one I can think of is the one that I always go to. It's my go-to catchphrase whenever I'm thinking shit's got to get done. In the immortal words of the legendary Ric Flair, to be the man, you got to beat the man.
Woo!
Woo! All right, that's it for now, folks. We'll catch you on the flip side.
Catch you on the flippity flop.
See ya.
Bye.